Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm so good, Greg. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Is that the Beat Lab, the
This is
studio?
the Beat Lab.
I was watching. It must have been a story or something on Instagram, and you were saying you have so many demos to cut, and you're locking yourself in that room. So,
Dude, this is the room that I spend a lot of time in at night just trying to finish things and record things. I have like keyboards here, guitars everywhere. That's Hendrix's bed.
wait,
You know,
where? Because that's why I wanted to zoom. Where is Hendrix?
she is right here. Do you want to see her?
Yes, yes, of course I want to see her.
She's
So
eating her
cute.
bone now. Say hi.
How
She's
did
like,
you?
where did you take my bone?
First things
Yeah.
first. Where's the bone?
Yeah, exactly.
You had her.
But she is the love of my life, Greg.
How long have you had her?
Oh, I've had her since December.
And so, was this a pandemic? Like, I need something in my life to not be locked down with alone? Yeah.
Yeah, I have always, I mean, I grew up with dogs, in Calgary as a little girl, and I've always loved them. And I always wanted to get one, but I'm like, I travel way too much. I just can't. And at the beginning of COVID in March, I was like, okay, maybe I could adopt a dog. I would have time to train it. And then so many adoption, because I really wanted to rescue one, and so many adoption places were just out of dogs because everybody started
Everybody said what
adopting.
you said. I'm home so
Right.
much now. I have time for a
And
dog. Let's do
it
this
was
thing.
amazing. I was so happy to hear so many dogs found homes. And so I kind of just let it go. And then in December, I just got this urge and I was like, I don't want to wake up Christmas morning alone by myself
Oh,
in a house. I hadn't seen my family for over a year. And so I picked her up December 22nd. She was
best
from New
Christmas gift to
Orleans.
yourself ever.
I know, right? She
You did you find that immediately it helped your mental health?
Absolutely. The whole
Yeah.
thing about a therapy dog that like that is real. That is so real. She's just like it's always so nice to come home and have somebody who's like so excited to see you, who like loves you regardless. I mean, just like look at this little face.
I know. No, but you have the Blake tour coming up. So do you have a plan for that? Does she come with you? Is there somebody she's going to
Yeah.
stay with?
No, I mean I have so many amazing friends in Nashville if I need, but she's a great bus dog. We were able to do a few socially distant club shows in March and I brought her on the bus and brought her little kennel crate and she did great. She like just slept during the show and she my band loves her and so yeah, we're
Did
gonna
you get to
go.
name her because of Jimi Hendrix or did the name come?
I totally named her. I was gonna adopt a boy dog originally when I was looking for dogs, and I was like, well, I'll have like a man of the house. I'll call him Hendrix after my favorite guitar player. And then the few dogs I was looking at got adopted, and so I ended up finding her, and I call her my little fox. And I was like, I'm just gonna keep the name Hendrix. It's kind of a badass girl name.
It's such a badass girl name. But how did you pick Jimmy as your favorite guitar? I mean, Jimmy is unbelievable, watching old guitar performances and stuff like that. But when did you decide that that's my person in the guitar world that I'm infatuated with?
Yeah, I mean, I love so many players, like from Clapton to Stevie Ray Vaughan to Derek Trucks to, I could go on and on. But there was something about the way that Jimmy played, and he was just so inventive with like the way he would phrase things and melody and his feel. And so he just became quickly like somebody I listened to the most, like when I was like learning guitar, in my teens.
You ever try one of these behind the back thing?
I have. It's really hard, and it's harder to do in heels, if you can imagine that. Because like
I
the
love when you're on stage and you do the on your knees on the back thing. That's one
yeah,
of my favorite things in a Lindsay Ell show.
yeah. I cannot wait to do that again. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Bring it on. Give me a stage.
Now, I will say I am super disappointed seeing today that Hendrix has more Instagram followers than me. That shows how awful on Instagram I am.
Greg, I mean, hey, if we all had a cute little fox face like her, we probably would get more Instagram followers than we deserve. But she's very grateful for every Instagram follower she has.
But only following six other dogs. I think follows you and then six other dogs, which is also my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? On her page, I only want her to follow dogs, like, and me, of course, because I'm her mother. But like, so she follows Cassidy Pope's dog, and her boyfriend Sam Palladio's dog, and Caitlin Bristow's a friend of mine, and so her two dogs. So it's all of her dog friends.
I see this amazing close crew that you've got in Nashville, and it's so supportive, and you just love on each other. And Carly Pierce, Cassidy Pope, and you name it, they're there. Caitlin Bristow. How does this happen in Nashville? Does that just happen when you go to a bar, or where do you cultivate these friendships? How do they collect along the way? I mean, you move down there not knowing anybody. How does that start to form?
Yeah, you know what? I love living in Nashville. The Southern hospitality aspect and just like the female wanting to lift up female aspect is incredible. And so I've been so fortunate to be able to surround myself with some really good girlfriends. And I honestly have been so grateful for COVID specifically for being able to foster some of those friendships. I mean, Carly and I have always been super close, but during COVID, we like hunkered down together and like got each other through this past year. We're both navigating through things in our personal lives, and so I call her now one of my best friends because of COVID. Like, thanks to COVID, I just feel so much closer to Carly, and she is just such a sweetheart. And I feel like as a human being, we're so alike, like from how we view the world, how we both like to be healthy and work out and are hard workers. And so yeah, I love that girl so much. And I'm really grateful for times like this past year that I've been able to like really nurture some of those friendships.
Do you find were you just having like Zoom dates every night, just wine and Netflix, or what were you doing just to make sure that you could be there for each other?
So many Zoom dates. I mean, with friends, we would watch like the same, Netflix shows or whatever, and we'd be on the phone and be like, okay, three, two, one, go. And then we'd like be texting, oh my gosh, that just happened. And we'd like cook dinner together. I mean, yeah, it's amazing what you can do. And really with my family, I haven't seen my family in over a year and a half. And so we do the same thing. Like I'm doing laundry on FaceTime with them, cooking dinner, having dinner together over FaceTime. It's crazy how technology has really changed the game, but it's been so incredible over this past year.
You mentioned your friendship with Carly and Cassidy, and I have to ask you because everybody's talking about it today. Are you going to be checking out the Friends reunion, or were you not really a Friends fan growing up?
I am a huge Friends fan.
Okay.
I love Friends so much. And when I saw that they will be doing a reunion, I'm like, absolutely, I'm here for it. I love Friends. I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait to see what the writing will be and what the episodes will be like. I'm so excited.
So, which character do you most closely, when you watch the show, which one are you like, that's me?
I mean, I feel pretty connected to Rachel, just like I don't know why. It's her demeanor maybe. She was always such a hard worker. I feel like her relationships were always a bit of a disaster and so I just feel like I connect to Rachel in a lot of ways.
Were Rachel and Ross on a break?
Yes.
Okay.
Do
As
you think
long as you, yes,
yes.
they definitely were. I think they were absolutely on a break.
I think they were absolutely on break for
Now,
sure.
I don't like agreeing with Ross because Ross is at the bottom of my friend's totem pole when I watch the show. It's like my least favorite character, but I
Mhm.
have to agree with Ross in that scenario.
Other than the spray tan episode and the
So good.
episode and pivot, we'll give him those three. But other
You
than
know,
that, I'm with you.
but also the leather pants when he's trying to get
Oh
it and he's
my
got the
gosh, the
cream.
leather pants. Okay, Ross is pretty funny actually.
So we were talking a little bit and you were mentioning your friends and you have the Cassidy Pope thing. Do you have a connection to Blake through Cassidy, or is that a label thing, or is it a little bit of a combination through both?
Yeah, Nashville is so amazing how it's just such a small town and you get to meet everybody and artists really support one another, and so it's amazing to see how, the town can come together in so many ways. And so Blake and I have just known each other through award shows and festivals and everything that we've played over the past few years. So I'm really excited to be able to get to go out on the road with him and meet his fans and warm up that stage every night. It's kind of incredible. He brings out Martina McBride, Trace Atkins, and Tracy Bird as a part of his show. So we're the only openers, and then his show is like this extravaganza of country music. So it's going to be quite the tour to come see.
Give me an interaction you've had with Blake that'll stand out to you the most. Maybe in the first time you met him and you were like, "Oh my God, it's Blake Shelton."
I will say, like, Blake has the most incredible memory. I remember meeting Blake backstage at like the CMA Awards or something, and he saw me 6 months later at like the ACMs or something, and he was like, "Hey, Lindsay, how's it going?" And I'm like, "You've met me one time, Blake. Like, that's really impressive." And it's so crazy when you meet artists like Keith Urban is another one who's so good with faces and names. Like, he just remembers you. And so, yeah, Blake is a very impressive human.
Does it feel weird that you're able to say that? Does it feel weird at this point in your life where you're able to say, yeah, the second time I met Blake, he remembered me. And Keith Urban's kind of the same when he sees me. Like, even having those words come out of your mouth has to feel a little surreal.
Kind of. I had a moment. Miranda Lambert just opened up a bar on Broadway, and I'm so proud of her. Like, it is beautiful. And so she had a little hang of a bunch of artists a few nights ago, and I was in the bar and talking to Miranda and Darius, and I'm just like, what is happening right now? Like, if you would have told little Lindsay that she would be talking to Miranda in her bar, congratulating her because it's so amazing, I'm just like, okay, so there are moments I need to like clue myself into, what
Click back in and be like, okay, this is reality.
what is real life, and it's just a true sentiment that like you can do whatever you put your heart and mind to. Like, if you
if there's
truly want to do something, like, this has been my dream ever since I was 8 years old, and if you truly want to do it and commit yourself to it, then you can do anything.
if there's one Blake song you could cover while out on the road with him, what Blake song would you want to play the most?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I will literally go up there and sing anything. Like, I would sing Happy Birthday with Blake Shelton. If you come up and sing Happy Birthday, I mean, I don't know, like, Honeybee, he has so many good duets too. Like, and I'm guessing that Gwen will probably, hopefully, be out on the road with him too. So I know that they'll do a few songs, but I will literally sing anything that Blake said. If he wants me to go up and do the Macarena on stage, I will be like, Blake, I got you. I got you.
Be careful what you say. Blake. He's enough of a prankster to actually make that kind of thing happen.
Probably gonna swallow my words. Yeah, true.
Does
True.
it feel weird being able to talk about live music again? After everything we've been through and not being able to play shows and not being able to go out and do what you love and see your fans, does it feel surreal being able to actually say these things and know that it's about to happen?
Yeah, it does. And it feels incredible. And I'm just so grateful. I mean, a lot of my friends and people down here have gotten vaccinated already. And so you just see like COVID leaving almost as quickly as it came, which is crazy to even imagine and think and watch. And so the fact that we're able to have live shows again, it still feels very weird. Like, I walk into a bar full of people and I'm like, this still feels a little strange, but I'm just so grateful. And I'm like, put me on a stage in the middle of a field and I will play it to whoever wants to show up.
Is there anything you're bringing into your show? I remember the megaphone. We talked about the kneel down, lay back guitar thing. Is there anything, 2021 stage performance wise that you're locked into that maybe you can give us a little tease on?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice because I've had the full past year to like really, add a whole bunch of things into the show. And obviously, we're bringing Heart Theory to life for the first time this summer. And so there'll be lots of good guitar moments, lots of fashion things going on stage, a brand new production, a whole new video show. So it's exciting.
No t-shirt cannon with the new tie-dye t-shirts that you're making yourself?
Not yet, Greg, but maybe.
That's all I need is a t-shirt cannon at a live show. You are going to do a performance at the Junos for us coming up. Tell us about the performance that we're going to see, even though it's virtual.
Yeah, I'm singing with Mackenzie Porter. I'm so
So
excited. I
cool.
love that girl. We're both fellow Albertans, and so the fact that we can do a performance and song together, I'm so excited. So you're definitely gonna want to check it out. I will say that.
That's all we get. That's the little tease you can say. You can't say anymore.
Well, you'll hear I'm singing something of mine, Mackenzie singing something of hers. We may have a moment together. So I'll drop that.
That's it. That's all we get.
That's all you get. Tease, tease, tease.
Now, were you able to get together in Nashville and do sort of a socially distant performance that way, or was it just two different shots?
Yeah, no, we were in the same room. I love that girl so much, and so it was so great to see her. And yeah, it's been amazing. I played a show with Dustin Lynch the other day, and she was there, and so yeah, Mackenzie and I get to hang out all the time, which is fun.
I can't believe I can't extract just like a little bit more out of it. I'm just trying to get a little, if I can. Last question, because I know you are the busiest person, and I always appreciate my time with you. I want to bring you into my show. Did you ever fail your driver's test? And if you did, what made you fail your driver's test?
Good question.
Thank you so much.
No, I did not fail my driver's test. I was so nervous about it, but I took my learner's test, passed that, and then I went to driver's school. So I like had like 6 weeks of driving classes, which I think helped me so much. So I wouldn't like hit a curb. I knew how to parallel park. I'm a huge nerd, Greg. So
What was your most nerve-wracking part about the actual road test? Was it
oh,
the parallel park?
yeah, I was so nervous that I was gonna hit that curb because you hit the curb and it's like immediate fail. And
It's
I was like,
over.
gracious, this is stressful.
And
Stressful.
where were you when you got your very first speeding ticket?
I was probably, I mean, on Crowchild Trail, just driving too fast.
Was it Multinoa? Is the van on the side of the road and you get a ticket 2 weeks later?
Uh, no, I got pulled over. I will never forget it. I felt terrible.
And because when I got pulled over for the first time, I cried. I was 16 and I cried in Edgemont.
I was crying too, and I thought that was going to help me with the cop, but it did not.
I love it. Thank you for being on the show. All the best with everything going on stage and touring with Blake. I can't wait to see this big tease that you won't tell me about with Mackenzie Porter at the Junos. Congratulations on being nominated again. You make us proud, not only here in Calgary, but in this country. So thanks for repping Canada so well.
Thank you so much, Greg. It's so good to see your face and talk to you, and hopefully we'll see you in person soon.
We'll cross our fingers. Stay healthy and make sure you give Hendrix a nice belly rub tonight, okay?
You will.
Bye, Lindsay. See you, buddy.
Bye, Greg.